you going? I'm Stu, and today we are going to put a SACHS rear shock. This particular shock came off a Husqvarna TE610 from about the 2014 era, and it's got a Canon Racecraft heavy duty spring on it. So what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be transferring this shock into this DR650. So the DR650, I've already removed the rear wheel. I've already removed the exhaust, which you have to do to be able to get these out. Now this DR650 has already got it's already got Kayaba SSS forks in it with Yamaha 2017 Yamaha front end. Been grafted pretty easily straight to the DR650 frame. It's got a steering dampener pushed in there as well. So this is a wicked bike, and it's going to have the suspension set up to be able to just about do anything. It's had big springs put in the front as well. So the front end's all set, the rear is all stock, and that's what we're going to be changing today. So the first thing you do is take your rear wheel off and you pull your exhaust off, and then we can start getting to the linkage. So I've undone the swing arm here, and now what I'm going to do is just tie this up. See, I've just got that like fully extended all the way up, and I'm just going to put a tie around it and make sure that that's up and out of the way. Gives us plenty of room there. So I've got the top shock mount off now. The shock bolt's out of there now, as you can see. The bottom is out. We've got room over here to play with, and now all we're going to do is try and basically jiggle it out. Alright, so we've got the header pipe off now, and as you can see, that gives us bulk room in there. We can really move that around. So now I'm going to try and do that jiggle thing and get this thing out. Alright, now that we've got that down, we're going to basically give this a jiggle and try and get this out, and generally it'll come out just here. Might be hooked up on, what do you got here? Straps. And this hose. This hose can be generally a bit of an issue. Get it back there. It's just really this brake hose that's always sort of grabs a bit. Just have to jiggle it around. See that in there?
Oh yeah.
And we're out. Ew. So if anyone's keen for a show or shock, we've got one for sale. So
that's the old one there with a smaller shaft size and a smaller barrel size. So that's a shower and that's a SACHS.
Let's show you the difference here. So this is what we're going to have to do. See how we've got some machining to do here?
Yep.
There's a slight difference in them. So there's two things that we can do. One, we can machine that down slightly.
Yeah.
And our second is to actually machine this pin as well.
Oh, yep.
Okay, so we take some out of this.
Yep.
That's our numbers there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so we've got about 5 mil, probably 2.5 each side
of each of these.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we take some off this and some off this,
yep,
we'll be perfect.
Okay.
All right. So to get this to fit correctly, what we've had to do is put this on the grinder. So we've actually thinned these sections out in order for it to fit on the bottom linkage. And then we just take the bearing pin, the shaft from the middle of the bearing at the top of the linkage, and we've got to make that fit in there the same size. At the moment, as you can see, it's a bit too wide, and we're just going to grind that down on the belt sander and get that down so that it can fit in between here so that the shock pin can go through it. The good thing about this bike is it actually came with these adjustable linkage arms, so when we actually put the shock in, we'll be able to get it to the correct sag and ride height just with doing that, which is pretty cool. Then you know, it basically gives you a lot more work. It gives you a lot more to play with on the thread up here, and you know, you can keep your shock in that prime perfect position. So we put some spacers in the top there, just use some washers, and down the bottom here, after all that grinding, everything's fit perfectly. So now it's just a matter of putting the swing arm on and then adjusting everything up. So shock's in now. As you can see, we've adjusted all the linkages. We've got some adjustable linkages there, linkage arms, so they're all adjusted up as best we can. And now we're just going to do the bit of preload.